I'm here today at the Caledonia Brewery in Dunedin. It's been open just a little bit over a year. It's a great space right in downtown Dunedin, right near Morton Plant Meese Hospital, where I was born. There's all their list of fabulous beers that they brew here. And there's some brewing tanks down that way. And today we're going to interview three of the owners. There's Don and Hollie and Tom. And I have to say, when I first, or one of the first times, the time that I was in here when I got your cards, they only gave me 2 cards. They gave me both of your cards. And I was like, oh, it makes sense that 2 women own it because you've got really cool shirts. Like they've got women's t-shirts and v-necks and so many styles. So I'm like, oh, there must be ladies involved in this. Okay, so my first question today is, I'm gonna do it this way. There we go. So what made you all decide to open a brewery and how did it get its name?
Dave answer that one.
Well,
Dave, I'm sorry, I called you Tom.
the brewery idea came about from home brewing. So myself and a couple of friends, we'd occasionally brew, maybe once or twice a month, and we started brewing some pretty decent beer, at least what we thought. And so we started bringing it to places, and people started to raise their eyebrows, like, wow, this is pretty good. So we just thought, well, hey, I think some of our beer is just as good, if not better than some of the commercial beer that we've, been
That's usually the case.
buying and drinking. So that's where the idea came from. And as far as being able to get the place here or in Dunedin, we looked for quite a while, and all of a sudden I drove up this way on Main Street and saw a for sale sign in the building, and me and a friend at the time, original partner, decided that hey, let's try and do this. So that's where we came up with it. And as far as Caledonia is the Roman name for Scotland, and so we found that quite fitting because Dunedin is a Scottish town. The heritage is definitely there, and we love the way it sounds and the way it comes on. It rings off the tongue. And also the unicorn. Right.
That is the national animal of Scotland. And so it's only fitting. When we found that out, that was a no-brainer because it makes marketing very easy. Everybody loves unicorns.
There was pushback on the unicorn, but I think we, definitely it came to light. So
it's a masculine unicorn, so
yeah.
Does it have a name?
Very majestic.
We call him Unicornelius, but
Unicornelius, very good.
But not officially.
Not
officially.
no.
This Caledonia.
That could be a contest sometime, like me and the unicorn.
Yeah.
Okay. So what are I know your positions basically, Dave is the brewer and Hollie is the manager of fund. And Don kind of does the back end and the books and financials, that sort of thing. But what are your various backgrounds that made you want to, get involved in a brewery? Are you friends or?
well, actually, Dave and I, brother and sister.
Oh, okay.
And when my
We
parents,
were both born here
Yeah,
as well.
All right, yay.
68 for Dawn and 71 for me.
Okay.
I was going to say, I'm sure John knows that you're saying her age.
that's fine. That's fine.
You look awesome. You look awesome.
Well, she has had her pretty
Big
birthday
50th this
here
year.
this
Yes,
year,
yes,
so
definitely.
that's no secret.
I remember mine. Oh yeah. And then how are you involved, Hollie?
We were part of that group that met up and drank beers and homebrewed
okay.
together.
Okay.
So Dave was much better at it than we were, so it made sense for him to be the head brewer and in charge of that side of it.
Cool.
But I come from a marketing background. also early childhood education, which helps, or is much like having children sometimes. So.
Notice all the games.
Yeah.
Yes. Fun activities for people.
And I'm actually an interior designer, so I was
Oh,
helping
wow. Okay.
Dave with the place when I was living down in South Florida via satellite, and then moved up here last year to help run the business, help
Oh,
run the
cool.
financials, and then also the Hollie and I co-manage the
Nice.
tap room.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is this more fun than interior design?
It's different for
Different.
sure. Yeah.
Depends on the day.
Yeah, it depends on the day.
That's true.
And I came from, I have a small business, stained glass company, specialize in front entryways and real elaborate bath windows.
Oh,
None of the little,
nice.
you know,
Yeah.
little things, but real, you know, highly intricate, detailed stained glass.
Wow. That's
So
definitely a
my-
talent.
My attention to detail is kind of, it's a
Makes you a
Laser
good
beam.
brewer.
yeah, it's a good thing and a bad thing. But overall, I think
Nice.
that's where I come
Cool. And what type of beer do you specialize in? Just really everything, or do you have a
Pretty much
one that you're
everything.
known for?
Not everything, but mostly. We're all over the map, anywhere from the stouts to IPAs, to light lagers, to German lagers, dark lagers,
I'd say-
seasonal beers.
Yeah, I'd say our niche though is we use all natural ingredients. We use a lot of organic grain. We don't use
that's
anything
good.
artificial in our beers.
That's right.
That's good.
And the IPAs are the crowd favorites,
Yeah.
I would say.
Yeah.
Well, that and then the Scotch ale, and then
Yeah, we're kind of known for the Scotch ale.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, there's definitely a need for a Scotch ale and a Scottish ale for
Oh,
Dunedin.
sure.
Especially for a place called Caledonia.
True. Have any of you traveled to Scotland?
No.
No.
Not
Not
yet.
yet.
Ah, gotta go.
It's on our list.
I did a biking tour through Scotland. That was
Oh,
really cool.
Nice.
And I got to try whiskey, which I'm not really a fan of, or Scotch whiskey. I'm not really a fan of it, but it was interesting to do the tasting and taste that they really all did have different flavors, but I haven't had it since. But it was cool to do it there anyway. So which type of beer do each of you prefer?
Dave and I are the kind of hopheads, but Dave also likes the higher ABV beers. And then
I like the wheat beers and the Belgians.
Mhm.
They're a little smooth.
Yeah.
I like
Depends on the day. I like different things, so
Mhm.
I'll generally
Yeah.
kind of default to a wheat beer, but there's some really good IPAs, and I've discovered I really like Session, and
Nice.
yeah, definitely. So where do you draw the inspiration from for your beers?
Well, I would say certainly from around the area. A lot of great breweries.
That is true. How many are we up to now in Dunedin?
8 if you count
8.
the Anti-Brewery. It's open on Sundays now.
The what?
The Anti-Brewery is the newest one. It's open
The
only on
Anti-
Sundays.
I haven't heard of that one. I'm gonna have to check it
Dunedin
out.
Brewery.
Yeah, it's their second location.
Oh, okay. Did not know. Interesting. I have the Gulp passport thing. We're having fun trying to get that get that fully filled. I did it once and got the T-shirt. Now I'm trying to finish off the whole thing.
I'll have to also say that, breweries like, Sierra Nevada, Sam Adams, I mean, those were some of the first, small company beers that, I can recall having years and years and years ago. And it, beer was always there, but it's like, okay, yeah, this is all right. But,
PBR.
Yeah, we all started on that,
boys,
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
if
That
it
light
wasn't for the
stuff
big-
and,
if it wasn't for the big boys too,
Yeah.
we wouldn't be here for sure.
True.
So, but over time, just experimenting with different beers, German beers, Belgian beers, and opening up the palate. It takes a little while to experience all that. Once you have a big full beer, it's different. So that's what I like. It's kind of like we're chefs, to a degree.
You are. Yeah, that's true.
Creating these big bold flavors.
I know sometimes just walking through the grocery store can give me an idea,
Sure.
like through the produce
Sure.
section, you
Yeah.
know.
I know the Crooked Thumb had the watermelon beer that they, I hadn't sampled it, but I'm like, oh, that sounds interesting. I'll have to get over there and try the watermelon beer at some point. So, yeah. Okay, so now we're on you, Holly. I know you guys do lots of fun activities to draw people to your brewery. You have art classes, cheese tastings, trivia night. What are some of your favorites, and what are some of like the most popular or the crowd favorites?
Some of my favorites, I think, would be the cheese pairings. I love cheese, and it's always the girl that does it's really great, from the Traveling Cheese Board, and she's very knowledgeable about cheese. So I always feel like not only am I having fun, but I'm actually learning a little bit of something, and it's fun for us to try to pair the beers with different things and see how the flavors change in the food and as well as the beer, depending on what you're eating with it. So pairings are probably my favorite. The most popular, and also one of my favorites, is when we do the video nights. We have DJ Harold Knight come in, and we put up a big screen and we play music videos from the 80s and 90s, and so it brings back all of our youth. People have a good time, draws a big crowd.
Yeah.
I'll have to look for that one.
Yeah,
Okay.
we just had it this past Saturday.
Okay.
And it was packed until 12:30.
Wow. Oh, that would be fun. Yes, we're all 80s kids, so yeah. Definitely. So I had my annual client party 6 months ago at the Soggy Bottom, just down the street, and it was a big hit. All my clients loved it, and I definitely want to do something like that again. So, do you open your brewery to private parties?
We do mostly parties while we are open. We will close occasionally, just not on normally like a busy night.
Right,
normally
like
don't
this.
close
This was
on
on a Sunday afternoon in January,
Yeah,
on a
we will do
non-football
that.
day.
It depends on the day and what else we have going on. But we have lots of parties here just while we're open. We have the big picnic tables. They're great for parties, meetings. We have the Sierra Club meets here once a month. We've got the New World Celts that meet here once a month, as well as we've done bridal showers, baby showers, birthdays. We have a couple networking groups that have met here. We've had alumni clubs from Florida State meet here. So
Go
really,
Knowles!
Yeah,
All right.
we really had a quite a large group of homebrewers associations meet here. Gaming, people come in and play games. So really whatever you want, and we're happy to host that. We'll reserve a table for you, help figure out the best way to plan the party. You can have it catered. We know lots of great restaurants in the area, of course.
It's nice
That
we've
is
got the
true.
space for it.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
And that's really
Yeah.
strong.
Yeah, definitely.
And beer, we have beer.
Yep.
I have beer.
People like that.
And you have some non-beer too, for those non-beer drinkers. I know that. Okay, and I noticed you guys are a new member of the Dunedin Chamber of Commerce.
We are.
Yes, I think I joined like 2 people after you. So
Yeah. So we like to be active in the community as
Yeah.
well. We do a lot of fundraisers. Right now, in fact, we've got the Kind Mouse Food Drive going on that helps
I saw
kids
that.
that are going home hungry. Teachers suggest kids, and they get a little backpack with snack size food. So we actually won a trophy for that last year because we collected more than any other brewery in Pinellas
Cool.
County.
Wow.
We've got the HEP homeless empowerment program going on right now. Josh is our nominee for bartender for that, and we're collecting money for that as well.
It's been very
So,
successful.
Yeah.
And some fun activities to get people in here.
Yeah, and we also were members of the Dunedin Merchants Association, and then all the breweries meet up once a month together. So we like to be active in the community.
Good. And I'm sure the chamber, now that you guys are members, they'll probably be happy to have one of their after hours here. I've been
Yes.
attending the after hours for a long time. I just was not an official member. I would tag along with my mom and dad who had a social membership. So I'm like, I need to join the chamber. So I finally broke down and did it. So I'm excited to be part of the chamber as well. Anything else you'd like to tell me about the brewery or anything else that you have?
I think we covered most of it, but also I don't know if people know this, kind of touching on that first question, this used to be the Dunedin Times. It was the first newspaper for all of Pinellas County, even
Oh,
before the
wow.
CP Times.
Oh,
and
wow.
then it was here until the 80s, and it became a print shop, and then we got the building.
Well, it is
I love that
definitely
it's
a
got
great
some
space.
history.
Actually, yeah, it It was Dunedin Times, and then it became Dunedin Printing Company, and then both of them were in the building together for a period of time, and that goes pretty far, further back than the 80s. But the dates are. I was trying to put it all together. I'm asking the family who we purchased the building from. They had owned it for quite a number of years. But even within the last family that owned the building, there was other family members, different last name, that also was part of it as well prior. So I don't have the exact timeline.
It's okay.
But wonderful family that the Womacs, and that we purchased the building from, and they really wanted to see this become this in their building.
Cool.
So
Yeah.
it's kind of neat. Yeah.
Definitely. Thanks
Good-
for
good
preserving the
experience.
historic building. That's important for
Yeah.
sure. Okay, well, thank you all for your time today. I appreciate it, and look forward to coming back and drinking some beer and coming to trivia night again.